We have the equation 6x minus 8 equals 2x plus 5. In order to solve this equation, we need to isolate the variable. We do that by doing the inverse operation. We have 4 basic operations in math: multiplication, division, adding, and subtracting. Multiplication and division are inverses of one another. Adding and subtracting are inverses of one another. So the first thing I want to do when I get ready to solve this equation is draw a line down the middle of my equal sign to separate the left side of my equation from the right side of my equation. Notice that I have 2 variables, one on each side of my equal sign. So my rule of thumb is I want to get rid of the variable that's the lowest value. So I'm going to get rid of this 2x because 2x is less than 6x. I get rid of that variable to move it to the other side by doing the inverse of a positive 2x, which is subtracting 2x or adding a negative 2x. What I do to one side, I will do to the other. My 2x's, that cancels out, leaving me on the right side 5 equals, and on the left side 6x minus 2x would be 4x, and I bring down my minus 8. Now I end up with a 2-step 7th grade equation. In this equation I have 4x minus 8 equals 5. Now I need to get rid of my constant. That's the number that's adding or subtracting the variable. And in this case, that would be minus 8. The inverse of subtracting 8 would be adding 8. What I do to one side, I need to do to the other. My 8's, they cancel out, leaving me on the left side 4x equals 5 plus 8, which is 13. Now my next step is to divide by 4, or I do the inverse of multiplying by 4 because it's 4 times x. The inverse of multiplying by 4 would be dividing by 4. And what I do to one side, I must do to the other. 4 divided by 4 is 1, so that leaves me with 1x equals 13 over 4. My last step always when I end up with a fraction is to simplify. There's not a common factor besides 1 that goes into both 13 and 4, so 13/4 is my simplified answer.